Okay, so just right off the rip, I want to say the whole reason I started this channel or started making videos on this channel is because of a dumbass judge that was abusing Zoom, and I couldn't prove it, and still haven't in her case. But this case, this bitch is done. I'm making this video private, specifically for Lane Myers to watch. So if any of you guys click on the link and to see this and think he needs to see it, just leave him a message or a reply on this, whatever, and say you need to watch this, Lane. If he sees it enough, he'll watch it. But okay, just starting right off before I'm gonna get to the goods very first. All right. Now, pay attention to the top right of Kent Walker's, the top right of all their boxes. There's that little audio blue thing going up and down whenever they talk. Watch on Kent's when he talks.
Intellectual capacity to understand my emotions, it's obvious.
Okay.
You're too stupid to be a judge.
Mr. Walquist, any additional argument on behalf of the state?
Nothing further from.
So you notice how when he was speaking, his words were delayed, like his mouth moved and then the words came later, and then that there was no blue talkie bubble when he talked, right? Or that on the top right, no blue talkie bubble.
And on behalf of the state?
Nothing further from.
This is because she has set him as a co-host, and he has put himself in a breakout room and signed himself in that way, turned on that microphone, and turned the one off on what we see here, which is why he doesn't get the blue talkie bubble, yet we can still hear him. And right here, he actually picks his phone up high enough to see it, which is proof that I'm correct. And now on to the judge with the fake glasses. Also explains the delay in when his mouth moves and when he talks. Now, the question is, why would he do this? It's so he can just watch.
On the record, why it was denied?
Because you haven't articulated a basis for dismissal, Mr. Myers. All the facts that you're alleging are in dispute. And
legal reason. He failed to reach the. All right, ma'am. The best thing to do is we adjourn this hearing and you recuse yourself.
Okay, we're past the point of recusal, Mr. Myers, so
we'll find out after the hearing. I'll be filing for you to be recused after this hearing, and I'm going to be filing an appeal to the district court of these motions.
Okay, these are pretrial motions.
They're interlocutory. I'm going to start reading my motion out loud in court here if you don't address the legal arguments.
Hey, Mr. Myers, I'm going to ask you not to threaten the court, and I'm going to give you.
You feel threatened by?
You see how their mouth and words line up, and they have the talkie bubbles, but he didn't. Okay, I'm just going to fast forward to the end and then show you the end and then bring it all. Okay, so now listen to the sounds, those alert noises. Okay, and when you hear those sounds, keep your eye on this little square right here, right? It's going to disappear and reappear every time you hear one.
Your fucking glasses on and read the motion where he lied 8 fucking times to the court.
All right.
He lied to the court. I said something. He responded. His fucking responses contained lies. I filed a new Brady motion last night. Read the fucking motion to the whole court where it says no use of force report. Hey, how is there no use of force report? How is there no use of force report when I fucking filed a copy of it?
This was filed February 18th.
How is there no use of force report, but I'm going to play it right now on this video.
All right. I've been advised that someone is in violation of the court's rule that this not be broadcast. Therefore, we are adjourned.
How did she be advised of that, right? And she said, this is what's really telling, because if you know about, anyway, what I'm about to show you, but she said someone. Okay. Now, think about this. Imagine that she is the only one who can allow anybody to record and get a notification. Now, somebody can be standing in their house with a video camera recording their TV. There's no way she would know that. But if you hit the screen record, it's recorded, and she is the only one who can give the permission for that. Watch this. Furthermore, it sends an alert out to every single person there. So there's like 60 people. All 60 people should have got an alert, a little recording ding in the corner. Watch this. Just in case there's anybody in the audience that's deaf, here's it in writing. It literally says...
Record a video meeting on Google Meet.
Excuse me. You can record from Google Meet using the built-in app and the recording feature of your device, the screen recording feature and third-party app. You can record the meetings on any device, but you must be the meeting organizer or have recording permissions. Ha!
You can record if you're the meeting host. You're from outside the host's organization but promoted to a co-host. You're from the host's organization and host management is off for the meeting. Or you're a teacher or co-teacher for meetings created through Google Classroom. Visit meet.google.com to start or join your meeting. At the bottom right corner, click Activities. From the top part of the Activities panel, click on Recording. From the bottom part of the recording panel, click Start Recording. When the recording starts, all participants see a recording notification in the upper left corner of their screen.
Boom shakalaka.
When you're ready to stop the recording, you may need to reopen the Activities panel. Click on Recording and then click Stop Recording. Recordings are saved in the meeting organizer's drive, under My Drive in the Meet Recordings folder. An email with a link to the recording is sent to the meeting host, and the person who started the recording.
Oh, really? Is there now? Because you know what that sounds like to me? That sounds like to me that there's a public records request, proof of a record, a court record, that proves that this lady is lying. And if it's not there, then it's proof that somebody destroyed that record. It looks like she's fucked either way. Please, somebody tell Lane to watch this, and now I can go on to the part that I think is the most damning part. So I think Kent and her are sitting in the same room together. So what I did was, as I flipped around the squares to where she is going to be, see, and I also think Kent mirrored his image. So I mirrored his back and then put them next to each other. Now check this out. Oh, just real quick, this is that lady that was turning her video on and off and making the bloop, 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 bloop sound or whatever. So the judge should be the host, but it's either the judge or her is the host and made Kent the co-host. And look, there's 57 other people that should have got an alert whenever she was advised of the recording, broadcasting or whatever. So if the record's not on this lady's computer or her computer, there's 57 other people to go look and see if they got a notification. And if they didn't, then this bitch just made it up. But I think the reason that she had Kent on the other line there was so they can actually hit the record and do that or whatever. But either way, it's deception. But here we get, once again, this I think is the worst, because whenever you see it with his video flipped the way I think it was and them sitting next to each other, it is very hard to say that they're not sitting next to each other, passing papers back and forth and looking at the same thing.
We'll begin our motions hearing that's on calendar today.
I just wanted to show how I did this right here, just so you can see that it's not, I don't want to try to anybody to think that I was passing what you're about to see off as the original one. I wanted you to see me moving it around and know that I did that. But anyway, bam, here it goes. The squares will tighten up here in a second.
Thank you, Mr.
I'm not really sure how to,
Mr.
I couldn't
Myers?
really slow it down because they were separate layers or whatever.
You're
Anyway.
muted, sir.
And here we're about to see what more accurately depicts what actually happened, I think. Just watch their, just like they're sitting next to each other. Imagine that they're, looking at the same, when they look down, and just everything about it, just watch.
Appearing remotely. We have a number of motions that we are going to be dealing with. So let's begin. We'll go in chronological order. The first motion is a motion to dismiss filed on behalf of defendant February 17th of 2025. I'm also in receipt of the state's response to that motion. Any additional argument? I don't want to rehash what's already in the motions. I've read through both of them, but I will conduct any additional.
Yeah, I'd like Kent Walker.
Wait, Mr. Myers, hold on.
My bad.
So I'm going to entertain any additional arguments that are not contained in your papers. Go ahead, sir.
Kent Walker, the burden's on him.
Well, you brought the motion, sir, so the motion is on, the burden is on you.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I know that part, but you're saying any additional arguments. I want to respond to it, and you said I can't make anything. So I want to say that my response to that is tell him to put his money where his mouth is. What facts are in dispute? What facts are in dispute? Show us some documented proof. What facts? Literally, the motion contains a copy and paste of his facts that he put in the motion to suppress. So in the motion to dismiss, they're not the relevant facts, but in the motion to suppress, they are. This guy is absolutely incompetent.
All right. Mr. Walquist, any further illumination on your argument?
No, Your Honor.
All right,
Why
defendants.
not, bro?
Mr. Myers,
Back it up.
your motion in February 17, 2025 is denied. All right, defendant's second motion was filed.
Can you put on the record why it was denied?
Because you haven't articulated a basis for dismissal, Mr. Myers. All the facts that you're alleging are in dispute. And that's what,
Legal reason. He hasn't he failed to reach the. All right, ma'am. The best thing to do is we adjourn this hearing and you recuse yourself.
okay, we're past the point of recusal, Mr. Myers, so
We'll
let's
find
move-
out after the hearing. I'll be filing for you to be recused after this hearing, and I'm going to be filing an appeal to the district court of these motions.
Okay, these are pretrial motions.
They're interlocutory appeal. I'm getting you out of here as fast as we can. You're off your rocker.
All right.
So
defendants-
tell me how the
But
legal
Mr. Myers,
argument.
Mr. Myers.
No.
We're taking.
No, you put on the
Mr.
record.
Myers,
What?
I'm going to warn you. I'm
How
going to
did I
warn you
fail
for
the
the first
legal
time.
argument? Those
We're
address
taking
the legal
to
argument.
You will not
Address the
court
legal
in a hostile
argument.
manner.
Address the legal
Myers?
arguments.
Mr. Myers.
Address the legal arguments.
Okay.
Are you in a personal relationship with Kent Walquist?
Mr. Myers, I am well aware of my ethical obligation to disclose any personal relationship.
Thank
and
you.
I'm
Now
not
put a
disclosing-
legal argument on the
I'm not
record.
disclosing any
Dispute my
personal-
legal argument. You said I didn't articulate. There's 30 pages of articulated legal argument. Argue state for Ortiz. Argue how state versus Ortiz doesn't apply here. Tell me how this fucking toilet cleaner has authority.
Okay, I'm going to warn you for the
You
second
ain't gonna
time.
warn me shit.
I'm
I'm
going to
gonna
warn
use the language I use. This is a common man in a common court. This is not your church, Kathy.
Mr. Myers, I'm going to warn you for the second time that you will address the court in the manner that it is befitting in a
And
courtroom.
you're going to address the court in a manner, in a legal manner, and you're going to articulate your position, how you don't get to say, oh, the motion is denied. Tell me the legal arguments, how they don't apply. Articulate your position. Come on, Kathy. Use your big brain and come on. You had 2 weeks to do this. Articulate how my arguments don't apply. You're failing to address the legal arguments. The facts are not in dispute. If all the state has to do is every single time somebody files a motion to dismiss, so all they got to do is say, oh, they're in dispute, not actually articulate an argument they're in dispute. The facts are not in dispute because they're the same facts he uses in his motion to suppress. The facts are not in dispute. The legal arguments can be addressed. The legal arguments are no crimes are fucking committed, no probable cause, no reasonable suspicion. The goddamn toilet cleaner cannot tell somebody to leave. Okay, so you get your fucking legal arguments together and put them on the record right now. Speak into this microphone and tell me what legal arguments you're denying. Put it on the record.
We
Put
are
it on
not,
the fucking record.
we're not a court of record.
I know. And that's why I'm gonna fucking call you this whole fucking hearing.
Defendant's second motion filed February 17, 2025, a motion to suppress. Any additional illuminating argument, Mr. Myers?
Well, you don't have the intellectual capacity to understand my emotions. It's obvious.
Okay.
You're too stupid to be a judge.
Mr. Walquist, any additional argument on behalf of the state?
Hits the so-called panic button,
I'm gonna start reading my motion.
and
out
there's like
loud
an
in court
invisible
here if you don't
button in
address
between the two of
legal
them.
arguments.
Watch this.
Okay, Mr. Myers, I'm going to ask you not to threaten the court, and I'm going to give
Do you
you,
feel threatened by legal words,
I'm
legal
going to give you a
jargon?
third warning to conduct
You're a
yourself
threat to
in
the.
a
You're a
manner
threat to the
befitting
system.
the courtroom.
You're a threat
All right, she hits it with her left hand. Bloop.
of American people.
All right. Defendant's second motion to suppress evidence filed February 17, 2025 is denied. All right, let's move to defendant's motion, the Brady motion and the discovery sanctions motion filed February 18th, 2025. This is defendant's motion regarding,
The one where Kent Walquist lied 8 times to the court, and you're not, and you better fucking punish him right fucking now in front of the American people.
hey, Mr. Myers, just as a point of order, what you allege in a motion does not make it true. So unless you have.
Why don't you read the fucking Brady motion I filed last night where he said that there was no use of force report? Put your fucking glasses on and read the motion where he lied 8 fucking times to the court.
All right.
He lied to the court. I said something, he responded. His fucking responses contained lies. I filed a new Brady motion last night. Read the fucking motion to the whole court where it says no use of force report. Hey, how is there no use of force report? How is there no use of force report? But I fucking filed a
This
copy
motion
of it.
was filed February 18th.
How is there no use of
All
force
right.
report? But I'm gonna play it right now on this video.
All right, I've been advised that someone is in violation of the court's rule that this not be broadcast. Therefore, we are adjourned. These motions are denied. Our trial dates remain as set.
You can't deny my motions because somebody else.
She
was
is
doing that.
literally the only one that can do it or allow somebody to do it. And everybody that signed up has been a name, a profile, and has an email. She has no excuse. The record is either in his folder, her folder, or that fat lady's folder. Anyways, I gotta take a shit. Peace.